Alright, probably time to tap in here. Of course, Vikings have pick 14. Pick 13, Chargers. Pick is in. Uh, it's shaping up like we're gonna be able to either take a pretty good player or trade down. And we'll see who the Chargers take, but supposedly they might take the guy I kind of was hoping for, Slater, but and there's gonna be a quarterback there, Mac Jones. I don't want him. We don't fucking need a quarterback. I know all the Vikings fans are now Bears fans because they love Justin Fields so much, but we don't need a fucking quarterback. And that I don't Kitty Pay. I don't know how to say his name. He's still there, but there's a couple linemen there. One of them might go to the Chargers. We'll see. I imagine they're going to announce this here momentarily. Here, pick is in. Slater to me is the best left tackle in the draft. I like him even better than Penei Sewell. He's still there. I might have some stuff to say about Vikings fans though, and their love and their sudden love of the Chicago Bears. But all right, here we go with the Chargers, and then it'll be our turn.
With the 13th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select Rashawn Slater Jr. Tackle.
I was hoping for him, but we still got some good guys there. So we'll see what happens now. I think there's a good chance we might be trading down. I'll just stick with this until our pick. Honestly, these fucking Vikings fans bitching about not trading up to draft Justin Fields. We don't fucking need Justin Fields. I don't want Justin Fields. I've never wanted Justin Fields. The only quarterback I would have moved heaven and earth to try to get would maybe have been Trevor Lawrence, but you ain't getting him, and you weren't getting Zach Wilson either. And then Lance went third to the 49ers. So, of the two guys you actually may or may not. Well, I mean, obviously they're in the market for Mac Jones. He's available right now, but Jones and Fields are the two I would have wanted the least. So and the Bears give up like an extra first-round pick next year to get. Like, didn't they learn this shit with Trubisky? They did the exact same shit with Trubisky. Like, whether it's in 2 years or 5 years, we're gonna be looking back and breathing a sigh of relief that the Bears jumped up and took Justin Fields. And he might not be like a horrible quarterback, but he's not. But the odds of him being like a franchise quarterback are minimal. The odds of him being better than Kirk Cousins are minimal. But this is every year, the first round quarterbacks. Everybody falls in love with them. Everyone says every single one of them is going to be the next, Joe Montana, and it's just how it is every fucking year. Nobody ever learns. I bet the same people mad we didn't draft Justin Fields were irate. What would it have been 7 years ago when we didn't draft Johnny Manziel? Like, and again, working up to the second level, he's very comfortable and confident. You see him used on screens. He even got out to the third level, out to corners and safety. So, sorry, coach, you had to see that against Stanford. We should be about halfway through this now, waiting for the Viking pick. I'm interested to see what we do. I bet we're fielding calls to trade down. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we trade down here. Because Patriots pick after us, they would take Mac Jones probably. So if anyone below them really wants Mac Jones, they got to trade up with the Vikings. And I think we'd be in a real nice spot if we could trade.
The Chargers are getting the dog,
Yeah.
man. I'm so
Fuck, there we go. We traded.
They're gonna take technicians. Some
We
of them
traded.
can't see.
Traded with the
I can't wait to
Jets.
go.
And now you are tasked with protecting Justin Herbert. Are you up to the challenge?
Well, we're not picking now, are we? We traded with the New York Football Jets.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
Rich.
Um,
Oh my word. Words that just is going to send New York up. You know what? The Jets have just moved in on the
interesting.
14th overall pick. They're on the clock. Right
So I'm
before
I'm
the
curious
pick
what we got. I
trades.
bet we got a second
Let's
round
send
pick
it
out of
over
this.
to Lowe's home team headquarters for an announcement from Lowe's home team GM. Drew Brees.
I don't know if they're gonna announce this live. I might cut this short and come back.
Draft, the Lowe's home team selects Justin Fields.
We'll,
Won't be here until midnight. And then trade 31 into the second round like you did in 2010, but don't take Chris Cook. So that's what's happening right now. The New
maybe-
York Jets.
Maybe Kate Fan will have
I
to-
mean,
I don't even know where the.
Wilson, are we
Okay, there's
gonna get an
there's our
Embarrassment
pick
Riches here
now.
and roll up here and get
So that's gonna be 15,
Mac
16,
Jones
17,
and
18,
just
19, 20,
monopolize
21,
two
22,
of the top
23. We
value?
traded all the way down to
Are you
23.
kidding
I bet
me?
we got a
Okay.
second rounder.
Oh, they're going to take an offensive lineman.
They,
Think so?
I'm guessing
Well,
the
they
Jets.
got Mekhi Becton
Yeah,
last
they
year.
did. That's
If you're
right.
trading down nine spots, I
Jets
guarantee
probably-
we're doing
I
that,
think they will
to
go
get a
with
second
the
round
rookies.
pick.
They need pass rush.
I don't know. I
Cornerbacks,
like I don't have the
maybe
information in front of me what all the Jets picks are.
He makes
But I
a
mean
lot
the
of
Jets
sense right
pick
here.
had the number 2 pick in the first round, so I'm guessing they had the number 2 pick in the second round.
I'm
So if we got,
surprised the team that traded with Minnesota didn't need a quarterback and go get
so I'm
Mac-
interested.
go
So
get
so
Mac
that's
Jones.
so
That's the surprising part about
if
it.
we traded 14 down to 23,
Formulating this now. So no steam
we might have gotten.
Mac Jones was 17 starts.
If we traded
He's
down
playing behind an
14 and we got
unbelievably good
23,
offensive
and what
line
would that be,
with two
30,
receivers that went in basically the top
34?
10 wherever they went. No, yeah, the top 10, and
I don't know if they're going to announce it here. I'll stick it out till they announce it.
I mean, seriously, could you tailor make anything better for Mac Jones? And he went out there, destroyed Ohio State in the national championship game.
Curious to see
Maybe
who the Jets
people are
traded up
viewing
for.
him as, look, you need
Because
to
they didn't
move
trade
this
up to
league
take
now.
Mac Jones,
Move
so
quarterbacks are needed. You can't move. We can't use you right now. And we're not even sure how good you are because we've only seen you start 17 times. Oh, by the way, for Alabama, with all the best players in college football, that has to be the answer.
Well, it has
Slick
to be the
Greg.
answer, and you
I knew
look
he
at-
was going to be. I knew he was
you
going to
look
get
at the
slick.
way-
We were wondering when the
let's look at
slickness was going to
blueprint
arrive.
for what Tom Brady did for all of those years.
We are there,
Immobile quarterback. Could not move. What did Josh
and that
McDaniels
means we're not
do?
going to actually
He
pick
put
a
him in
player
a
here
system
for
where he
another
used his accuracy.
another hour or
Jones
so.
can do that.
Yeah.
He absolutely can do
I
that.
think the
And
number's
he
right. I
can
think
give
that's
you a
20.
little
I think
more
that means
athleticism.
23.
We
That-
had
that's
our
an-
first Mac Jones-Tom Brady comparison, by the way.
Don't do that.
I'm sorry.
Don't do that.
I've got the details on the Vikings
Oh,
trade. If you're
here we
interested
go.
in finding out what the
What do we get here? What do we get, Charge?
The Jets traded away 23,
Yep.
66,
66.
and
Early third.
86.
86.
They got pick 14 from the Vikings
Honey,
and pick
I went to junior college for 5 years. What? 66 and
66
86.
is the top of round 3.
Okay, what about 86?
86 is the top of round 4,
We
I believe. Bottom, no, that's the bottom. That might be like
Yeah,
compensatory pick.
so we
getting
have
3.
4 third-round picks and 4 fourth-round picks.
Mm-hmm.
No second. Spielman absolutely is using that commodity to move up to
Yeah.
the second round.
I hope
Yeah.
you're right. So,
I don't know if that's
mean,
coming through. Yeah, we're definitely going to be trading back up
143 into this
at some
deal
point.
on their side.
Okay, so we have 23 with the belief. I
That's
would
actually a pretty good
imagine
trade. That's a
that
in terms of like
feel at
they put like a
23,
value
picture we
amount
have
on
1,
draft
2, 3,
picks.
4, 5, 6,
Um,
7, 8. They believe 9 picks from now.
That's a pretty good trade actually for the Jets in
They
terms
feel
of
they're
value to
gonna
move.
get
I mean,
Christian
depending on who they get.
Darrisaw
I
or
mean,
Elijah Barrett-Tucker with one of those picks. Maybe Quiddy Pay.
so we got a
defensive end from
lot of
Michigan,
picks now.
or maybe
for-
they're just
for
playing
3 and
real
4.
coy right now. I mean, if the Las Vegas
We're loaded. We
Raiders
got what is it now?
17,
What is it now? We got like
Washington at 19. If those teams skip
8
on
picks,
Mac
9 picks in
Jones,
those 2 rounds. Yeah,
I'm
we're
gonna-
definitely
I'm
moving
gonna,
up because
you
they're
know,
not gonna
begin
draft
calling
like a whole bunch of.
hospitals in Tuscaloosa to see if there's some
No.
unknown condition.
I
Or
can't.
Dr. James Andrews, what's happening here?
The Patriots can't do
So
this.
I mean,
You know,
I guess we'll be
right now,
back and find out who we get at 23 if we pick at
as their
23.
starting